Welcome to the Luxriot VMS video tutorial. This tutorial will guide you through the process of configuring the event and action configurator. This will allow you to set up required actions for alarms and any events. To configure Alarm and Action Manager, select Configure Server Events in Wizard's drop-down menu. On the left, you have the Events column. Here you can select a camera and a camera event that you would like to trigger a specific action. On the right, you have the Actions column. Here you can choose an action that will be triggered on a required camera if certain events will take place. Event/action map in the middle will contain a list of all actions on events that you will configure in Alarm and Action Manager. You can also add, remove events by using the two buttons. You can double click on a required action event to move it towards the middle. If you want to edit or add new events for the device, you can right-click on the required camera. Once you've selected Add Event, you will have a choice of events that you may use if available and supported on your camera. When digital input is selected, you can select Input and Input Mode. When VCA Events is available, you can choose what type of VCA event. Devices towards the right are also available to perform extra actions that you can add by right-clicking on the required device. Here you can trigger a PTZ camera to run a specific PTZ preset. You can also send a digital output. By clicking on Tools and Configure Devices on the upper left, you can configure an extra set of actions. You can then click Add Device to add an allowed set of actions that depend on connected devices. Let's create a device, client, and see what actions this device will allow. You can allow this action with all client applications, locally or remotely, or with specific ones if you are running several instances on one PC. Now that we have created a new client device, you can request to perform a new set of actions. Select Client and press Add Action to add new actions that can be performed by client applications. Three different actions are available for the device client. A pop-up video will replace an unlocked video on a client live view display. If you want to select a specific layout on a certain event, please select Activate Layout. Or you can play a sound that will play a sound on a required event. This is actually based on the sounds in the individual clients. If you selected the type to play a sound, you can use this field to give a certain name to your action. Here you can choose one of the available sounds to use based on each client. When you are finished with setting up a client action, it will become available in the Actions column toward the right. By clicking Add Device, you are also able to configure the VMS to send you emails and SMS messages on the required event. Select Email Notification in the device type. Fill in all required settings for Luxriot VMS to use for sending email notifications on a required event. Now when the device email notification is ready, you can add actions to it. In the Action Editor, you can create text and data for an email on a specific event. You can also add as many different email notifications or SMS notifications as you like. You can create individual emails or SMS notifications for a specific event from a specific camera. Another type of action device available is a run program device. It is always located in the list of available devices, and you aren't required to press Add Device to allow it. By adding actions to this device, you can run any third-party application on the required event. The following configuration is available for running a program action. Here you need to enter a path to the program you want to use on the event, and below you can add extra parameters if required. You can configure as many event/action settings on a single device as you require. This now concludes the process of configuring the event and action configurator.